Rich in northern Arizona. Quick video, I'm flying a Cessna 208B Grand Caravan EX from Mesa, Arizona, where it was getting some maintenance up to Salt Lake City. The route takes me kind of along up by Flagstaff. I'm going to the Tuba City VOR, and on the east side of the Grand Canyon. I'll be flying right next to the Grand Canyon up into Utah. It's kind of a cool flight. This caravan, I've done a lot of flying in caravans over the years. It's been a little bit since I've flown. The last time I flew a caravan was, I think, in this one, doing a checkout for a guy that flies this airplane regularly. Just ferrying it up to Salt Lake City. Now we're doing true airspeed about 170 knots, 8,500 feet. I'll probably climb up in a little while. Got some weather to deal with. You know, I fly a lot of these business jets up high in the upper mid-30s into the low 40s. It's a cool, fast way to travel, usually smooth, but you don't get to experience the terrain and all the geography, and I really have always liked to do these long cross countries or longer cross countries across the U.S. low level in an airplane like this. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to give you a couple of shots of some of the landmarks I passed by. So this will be a quick video and a Cessna 208 Grand Caravan EX. I don't know how well the GoPro will pick up Flagstaff off to the west here. I'm climbing out of 9,000 for 10,500. I forget the name of the mountain. Just to the north of Flagstaff. See if I can figure it out here. It is Humphreys Peak. 12,633 feet. Okay, I got Mount Humphreys off to the right. Flagstaff just a little bit behind me. You probably can't see this. Pretty bouncy right now. I'm going to be below some cumulative nimbus clouds that are developing out here. Got a little later start than I wanted to. One thing when I fly these airplanes, you know, I love the history of aviation, and it's been a while since I've done a caravan video, so I thought I'd talk a little bit about some of the history on the caravans. I believe Cessna initially started off to stretch the 207 and put maybe a turbine engine in it. The 207 was a stretch of the 206. Then I think perhaps with FedEx's interest, they decided to come up with a whole new airplane. And hard to hold this camera when I got bumps. Come up with a whole new airplane that became the 208. They originally came out in I believe 1985 as a straight 208, and kind of the way I understand it, FedEx ran out of volume in the cabin before they ran out of weight capacity. So it wasn't too long that they stretched the 208, and the original Caravan had the 600 horsepower PT6, the 114, straight 114 and PT6. They stretched it 4 feet longer, moved the wing back a little bit, and upgraded the horsepower to 675. And that became the Grand Caravan 208B. And then they eventually added that's the 114A with the 675 horse. They eventually brought that down to the shorter version, the straight 208. And they made basically the same airplane with a few iterations on the de-ice packages up until 2008, really, and they went to G1000. And then in late 2013, they went to the EX, and they went to the Dash 140 engine. It has 867 horsepower over the 675. And you know, I don't know the exact numbers, but around 100 airplanes a year. Cessna delivered on Caravan probably since 1986 maybe. And so they've been a very successful airplane. And I really don't know the intention. Now they've got the Sky Courier, and I've not heard really if the intention is to keep building the Caravan or if the Sky Courier is going to replace it. And I've seen one of those out in Albuquerque. It's a big airplane, but I suspect there's probably a role for both the Caravan and the Sky Courier. Really like to fly a Sky Courier and review it sometime. It's a cool airplane. Give the airplane a little bath here through a nice rain shower. So looking here at the power on the Caravan, you can see the blue torque bug, which was came out with the G1000. Pretty nice. It gives you max continuous torque dynamically. And so as long as you keep that torque meter in the torque bug, you are running the engine within its limits. And before they had that, you had to pull a chart out and check it. And a lot, I won't say a lot, there were pilots that were operating these airplanes, and they'd keep pushing the torque up until they got up closer to the yellow on the ITT, thinking that as long as they were in the green, they were within the limits. And of course, that's not the fact. You can see here, max torque, continuous torque is here. I still have a lot of ITT left if I wanted to keep it in the green, but that would be exceeding the max torque for max continuous torque. And got some engines, over time, got them in some trouble. So that was a nice addition for the G1000, because now you don't have to pull the AFM out and set your torque settings per the book. You can exceed that for climb. There is a chart in the book for max torque for climb, and that might be a little higher than the blue. But you'd have to pull out the chart, look at your altitude, temperature, and then you could set your max torque for climb. And you can see on the map we're going to Tuba City. We're below this sunny MOA there. And then the Grand Canyon's that blue airspace off to the west. Kind of going up over Page and into southern Utah. We're burning about 350 pounds per hour, which ends up being about 50 gallons. And so we got plenty of fuel. We're doing 171 knots true, and a little bit of a tailwind. The wind's mostly out of the west. So I got about another, probably, see what the flight plan says. Hour and 42 minutes to Salt Lake City. Grand Canyon, way out there. Probably can't see it. You can't see the clean wing on this particular Caravan, no de-ice. 2008 on the de-ice system, they went to TKS. Prior to 2008, they had pneumatic boots. So that was another big change in 2008 when they went to G1000. Here, I don't know again how the GoPro will pick this up, but seeing some lenticular clouds right on this south side of this next little convective area we're going through. And I'm staying below this stuff. I would rather be VFR below it than be up there IFR and not seeing what I'm headed for. And you gotta, it'd be really bumpy in the clouds. You get a little bit of turbulence down lower here. I'm getting a decent tailwind. And so I definitely would not want to be up in those clouds, because you'd be getting bounced around pretty good. No thanks. I'll stay below it where I can see. Plenty of terrain clearance. And probably a lot less on the turbulence as well. Those are some pretty One of those at least is a pretty well-defined lenticular cloud. Not a good place to be. All right, there's the northern tip of the Grand Canyon. Page, Arizona. Lake Powell right on the northern border of Arizona, southern border of Utah. Kind of a shady area. Probably the GoPro can't pick it up, but just starting to be able to see Lake Powell. It looks pretty full. Okay, talking about this Caravan again. Behind me, you can see the 10-place. That's called the commuter seating, and that's the max seats in a Caravan in the U.S. And they do make some of these singles into doubles. They have a high-density interior for the Caravan that makes it a 14-place interior. That's not approved for U.S. though. I'm not even sure which countries it is approved for, but they do make a 14-place high-density interior in the Caravan. Just not in the U.S. These are the new style commuter seats. Very nice interior. A lot of room. Very comfortable, roomy interior in the Caravan, and especially in the cockpit too. You fly in the business jets a lot, and you get in this cockpit, and it just seems like you have so much room. Looking down on Page, Arizona, Lake Powell looks pretty full. Also, you know, I used to do a lot more of it. I don't do as much anymore, but I do have a Caravan training course, both initial and recurrent. And most of the insurance underwriters that I've worked with recognize my training course. So if you're watching this video and you have a need for either an initial course or a recurrent for an insurance requirement, you can get a hold of me and we can do the training that'll approve, or most insurance companies approve it. Yeah, get a hold of me and contact information's in the information on the video. And I'm going to take this camera and go right down on Page Airport there. Page, Arizona. And the dam, Lake Powell spilling into the Colorado River. Really pretty. Got nice and smooth right here too. You can see it on the map. Not too far from the Utah border. More of Lake Powell. And if you've flown over Lake Powell in the last 10 years, you really recognize how full it is now compared to what it had been. Looking really good. I know there was a lot of people saying that it would never fill back up, but beautiful. If you haven't flown out west, there's a lot of open territory. Southern Utah, northern Arizona, Nevada, a lot of California, Mexico. I mean, it is wide open. All right, I'm about 20 minutes outside of Salt Lake City's Class Bravo, so I'm going to wrap this video up. This really nice Grand Caravan. It's been a pleasure to fly it from Phoenix up to Salt Lake City. Beautiful country. Got to see some cool clouds. It was a lot of fun. Hope you liked the video, and stay tuned. I may be doing more videos like this as I travel around, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.